Good morning. What's up, Big Tender? What should we get for breakfast, Big Tender? French toast? What the truck is that? Yeah, we always get food. It's cold out here, baby. Woo! It's cold out. I'm gonna give you a jacket. You never wear a jacket. Do you wear a jacket when you snowmobile?
Yeah.
Sometimes. You're the guy diving off making snow angels,
No.
and then you're on the ground going, I can't get up. Can't put my arms down.
Like Ralphie, the little brother.
Yep, that's right. Like Ralphie, your little brother. Yep. All right.
Morning, guys.
Good morning. Look, everybody, it's Mark from Taylor. He's famous for the Yankee of the South channel. I don't know if he trolls or what he does, but he must be friends with that guy. Yep. Yeah. Yep. Yep.
The other dude popped back up.
Who?
We talked about my man before.
Oh, I don't remember.
Chosen one.
Oh, yeah.
You regular, Vinny?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were in here one morning, and this guy come in, and they weren't very happy. If I had $20 on me, man, I could have had an interview with Tom's name and the title. Tom, chosen one. I met so and so. I should have been looking at Vinny like, give me $20 right now. So, you smoked crack cocaine for how many years? Why are your fingers like this? Oh, I got frostbite from living. I would have been heartbroken, but I would have been looking. I should have been at Vinny. Give me $20 right now. Take that dude outside shivering cold. Yeah, this is what life's about. Detroit. I'll pancakes and sausage.
Ooh, gotcha.
Yeah, because he came in, he didn't have enough money. Who was here? Sean was here?
Yeah.
Oh, there.
No, they all move in April. Who we get next? Jackie.
Jack?
Jackie, Loretta, Dale, Tony D. So it's like the older supervisors. Loretta's kind of.
I do it all the time. That's what I'm famous kind of for. Rosie comes in, watches the news. Big Tender. You got to go. You should have seen it. It's posted on my channel. Go watch Rosie. She sings to Big Vinny and talks about another guy we work with. And this is part of my gig, the TV. Right there. I'm in Detroit. What's the big deal? You know, they're talking about football, how they're losers.
In baseball.
Yeah, and it's baseball season, that too. The Tigers, though, that's a different story. I mean, maybe because Ford Motor Company, I've known the Tigers. Yep. Maybe we go to a Tigers game. We'll live stream it, me and Big Vinny. That would be a one hell of a trip.
You gotta go for the bleachers.
Sit in the outfield. Think of buying one of them.
No, you can't take a beach ball in there.
No, they have a telescope for the camera, though. So it slides onto the phone. It goes over the
I
camera.
thought you got the what do you call it?
What? Well, I need a
drone.
Yeah, want to take that to a baseball game? But what I need to do is bring that some bitch into work. Learn how to fly it on the dock. Because I actually got to read the directions. Like, oh, okay, so this makes it go forward, back, and this. But if you move this one, the whole thing spins around. It's really wild how it operates.
Oh yeah.
Because this one, you know, the one finger.
You gotta go real easy and you know.
Yeah, because one's making it go up and down, one's making it turn left and right, but you can make it do this, but you can also make it turn completely around in the air, you know, and then there was something else that it did, and I was like, oh, well, there's trigger buttons, it'll barrel roll. Like, I haven't pressed those yet. You know, I'm in the basement trying to do it, and the baby's all like, do that again, you know. And then she's all pissed off when I shut it off, you know. And I'm like, damn, you know, I lost the propeller for a couple hours, and then I found it. Because it ricocheted. No, it didn't fly off. I flew into something. Pow! Like, damn, now the propeller's gone. Where'd it go? So it gave me a set of propellers, so. But it's,
Yeah, her son she bought one for his son for Christmas.
the kid had one that was made out of styrofoam.
Cheese and onion.
And it had the controls, but it was a Millennium Falcon. It was shaped
Got it, no problem.
like the Millennium Falcon, but in the actual circle part of the Falcon, there were 4 fans. Yep. So what are you up to, Big Tender? You up early this morning? You watching the news now? I told you it's okay? Good morning. Welcome to the stream. The crazy chicken is here. I've got pancakes and sausage. Don't get caught in no floods if you come to Detroit. We have sharks in the water.
What the hell is that?
Must be where we parked our cars the last time. It looked like a bunch of brand new cars underwater. Here's the Ford plant, you know. Oh, I'm totally for Russia. Let's go Russia. Ukraine's a corrupt government all the way back to when Biden and Obama were in office. So yeah, let's take a copyright strike for that one. But yeah. I understand they're starving Russia of water. There's a canal that runs through Ukraine. They only open it 2 hours a day. And they call it a water shortage. So, how's that, crazy chicken? Is that good enough for you? My Russian comrades, or is my Ukrainian comrades? Which one could it be? You know, I'm Russian-Ukrainian, so I'm in the middle. Maybe I'm on the right side. Maybe I'm on the left side. Maybe I like Putin. Maybe I don't want the Russian CIA after me. Maybe the pipeline, Keystone Pipeline, should be turned back on. Let's get back to work on that. Yeah, I am too, crazy chicken. So is Big Vinny. He gets to go snowmobiling. That's his freedom.
Yep.
Yep, see? Woo.
Yep.
He's off. You're off, right?
I'm going to UP.
Yeah, he's going. I was right. See that? He mu-
Thursday night?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, well, we gotta have, we gotta have the breakfast stream.
7 hours.
Oh, there you go. Thank you.
You're welcome, and your sausages.
Yep. Ooh, look at that, guys. Shout out to Big Vinny, says the crazy chicken. Vinny's got trolls shouting them out, folks. The crazy chicken's here with us. And live, we got Mark from Taylor. Yeah, always live. Yep. You don't want a camera hog, though. Oh, they look good. They're gonna taste good. Who's watching? Who's watching? The crazy chicken. I know Big Tender, he's hanging out. He's a big spender, Big Tender. We got the lid on good this time. Woo! Actually. Okay. And I've seen you before. I'm just messing with you. I like, interesting name. I got you. Yeah, I've got some people that are subscribed to me. I'm sometimes wonder, And I was like, wow, I didn't know that person was subscribed to me. Yeah, I got some big subscribers. I hang around some heavy hitters. Yep. Yeah, man.
Okay, sweetheart.
Hey, Brent, when's our next off week? I won't be here.
They want to let you want to work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
No,
Yeah.
I'm on the blacklist.
Yeah, I want to know why.
Keep me on. Yeah, keep me on.
Yeah, we're getting fucked over here. I want to know why I can't work B crew.
You guys are probably
No.
far out of spread, but that's the only way they can do it.
Yeah, but I know Walt.
It could be the 7th, the 6th, or the 12th.
Let's just say they were working a lot, and they were working. I was getting 3-9.
Right, so that's why we wrote that grievance.
Okay.
And kind of why shit's the way it is right now. Right?
Okay.
So, you're so far out of spread
Mm-hmm.
because they're asking you guys to work.
And they're not charging nobody else.
Example, and I'm not trying to point it, but just because he's at the top.
Uh-huh.
Tony's been at the top forever. They're not charging Tony or anybody else on down the list, right? That's addressed weekly in an overtime meeting. Two of the most notorious people for not showing up to overtime meetings, MPNL and Body MPS. So, like your guys' grievance was 10,000 something hours, right? So that went to Paul Cook. Now Paul Cook's got to try and answer for why that spread's so far out. It's not so much, hey, this grievance, it's
Why aren't you?
people to start doing shit right.
Right.
We do have a problem out here.
Mm-hmm.
It's not only paychecks, right? It's bigger than just the dollar amount people see, right? That's the biggest
Right.
thing. But pay is charges, right? That is part of
Mm-hmm.
pay.
Yes.
And it's a problem. They don't understand it. And whose fault is that? It's not the due process, it's middleman. Right? So here is pushing it here. Here really's got nowhere to go. So it's here
Well-
that's the problem.
when my dad was a skilled trades alternate, he worked midnights, and the skilled trades, you know, the committee man, he worked day shift. And my father, even though he was there as a pipe fitter, a part of being the alternate, he did the overtime for the whole plant for maintenance, you know, and it was handled by him and supervision at the like superintendent level. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it was, everybody knew why they were charged and why not, and you know, and they knew who their people were that would try and, you know, buck the system and shit.
So like Joe was in charge of the overtime.
Yep.
You really haven't seen Joe out of the office too much lately, have you? He spent the past week trying to figure out why the hours are so.
Who is Joe?
Premier.
I don't know.
White guy used to hang doors way back.
Oh, okay. For he got stuck with that one for the whole body shop or for MP&L?
Or body shop.
Oh, okay.
MDL is just.
Yeah, why is it so blown out? Why? Because you guys let Dallas and them come in for.
MDL, we're not even on their radar. Because our management is next door.
Yeah, and plus, we need people to work. It's a necessity. But Dallas and those guys coming in.
They haven't been.
I know.
That's all been squashed.
I know.
And it wasn't that. The point wasn't to squash anybody from getting work.
I agree with that.
The point was to establish a supplemental list to where that everybody in the plant
Yep.
would be afforded the opportunity so that it could be non-charged hours. Okay, so Dallas got a spread
Right.
if he was working in final, getting not charged.
Yeah.
You guys, and the crew of people that work is worried about losing their overtime. But it's a fact.
Right.
There's 220 people in body shop. 30 of them might be willing to work in fire. Okay, so you're gonna do a supplemental once every quarter. Everybody might sign it the first time. As soon as somebody comes in and says, oh, you gotta go to Andrew today, and they're gonna have to go because you signed up for work available, you can't just say, oh, I'm being loaned out, I'm going home.
Right.
They're never signing that list again.
Oh, they're gonna be told you can't ever.
No, but they're not gonna sign the list again. You understand what I'm saying? They're only wanting to work overtime in body shop.
Right.
That's the giant portion of body shop.
Okay.
You've got a small amount of people that are willing to.
Right.
Once you get through a couple weeks of that, it's gonna be the same people working. But at least management will be able to non-charge it. Because it's not an issue.
Okay.
Open it up, let everybody see, right?
Yeah. Crazy. Oh yeah, you got somebody?
Are they?
Yeah. Well, the day shift, I know they got extras now. They got 2 and 3 extras.
But
So,
with licenses?
believe so. Yeah. I mean, I was showing the guy.
Good about licenses.
I,
It's pretty hard.
I was showing a guy. Yeah. I was showing a guy a job.
They're about to get it again tomorrow.
Oh, that's funny.
This man wouldn't let the shit go on the radio tonight and finally.
About what?
I don't know. Give him one of the other reps. So well, we can go down there and start checking licenses if you don't remember. In the SOS meeting today, he admitted that he had 70 people without a license and was trying to figure out how to get it resolved. So, want Roy Miller and Lorenz to be back down here from International, I'll have them here tomorrow. That's who shut them down the first time.
Yeah, they're out there running around trying to figure out who's going to throw up doors.
For the week?
You talking about elbow?
I don't remember.
Elbow. Farley is above you. Oh God, you're something else. We're getting trolled. We're not getting trolled, but they're messing with Brian. This guy thinks he knows everything about him. He's talking about Elvis. Elvis travels. Woo, the king of the free world.
How many you got on there now?
I got 2 people. It was fluctuating. I had 3 and 4, and
What's the most you get?
it depends on your topic. Like if I started alerting people that Monkey Boy wants to go live and trash talk Rich Life with me, I'll have 70, 80 people watching because everybody loves that stuff. You know, yeah. I've watched people screw their own channels up where they go from 150 people now they get like 60, 70 people. Yep, they go find somewhere else to go. You know, but I got a good group of people. They didn't expect us, I don't think, this morning.
Now they're gonna make a supplemental overtime list.
Yeah, Rich Life is a homosexual. Yeah, he sure is. Yep,
Crushed all overtime.
yep.
So he was kind of like, why do I need this when there's no overtime? You go on here for the rough. For the run job.
That's Big Dick Daddy wants to say hello.
Right.
He says Rich Life's a homosexual. And Elvis Travel is the king of the free world. Woo!
And then another disposal shit.
Mm-hmm.
Texas.
Who's in Texas?
Oh, Elvis.
Is he?
Yeah. You're right on the border.
That's right, Big Sexy, a.k.a. Big Vinny, folks. We gotta get Big Vinny a GoPro for his snowmobile. Yeah, he went down to Tennessee, I think. He was down in Tennessee. My friend Tom, Tom, that's his name, Tom Reed. He ain't afraid, you know. Hey, Blue Malibu. Where was Tom Blue? Wasn't he just in Tennessee? See, he's the kind of to talk sometimes, you know. Where'd he go? I know he was down south. No, for content. You know. Do I believe in Bigfoot?
Yeah, when it swells up.
Yeah, when it swells up. Yeah, I believe in Bigfoot. When it swells up. Is that good enough, Big Dick Daddy? Oh, he went to Crawfordville, Georgia, on the way to Chattanooga. Okay, thank you. See, that the right person came in at the right time for that question, too. Oh, thank you, Big Dick.
So, Mark, when are we going to Tennessee? Shut down? What, 2 weeks? We get off, we're going to go? You got a timeshare down there or no?
The timeshare, folks. Pay me! I know he was talking about meeting that one couple, buying them dinner, and they're by the Grand Ole Opry. Yep.
What's the weather in Texas?
It's cold out there right now. What's up? You ain't RV Davy. It's a good one though. RV Davy's white beard. Nope, nice. Oh yeah, but we're gonna be off again and back and off and back and off. So appreciate your hooking us up. Yeah, man, King of the Boy. No, not me. It's your boy Elvis.
What?
King of the Boy. King of the Oaks.
Mr. Allison?
The fancy restaurant that he went to was in Traverse City, Michigan. Oh, okay.
What name of it?
What was the name of the what was the name of the where he went? The restaurant, if you remember.
Another movie, American Pie, where it was shot in Traverse City.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Where they get married on the main strip.
Okay.
Right.
What's up with your plate, Joe?
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Welcome, welcome.
Ooh. All right. I don't even know who that is, so.
Who?
Jen Packus. Oh, the butt of YouTube, yeah. Pepper Nero. Pep Nemo. N-E-R-O? Nero? Pep Nero?
Is that a restaurant?
Yeah, that's the restaurant. That's where Reed went. Pull him up on YouTube. It'll be on his channel. Just type in Tom Reed Detroit or, yeah. I think he did. Press Secretary of the White House. No. Friday I got gas. It was $3.50. Saturday morning at 5 o'clock, 4:30 in the morning, it was 10 cents more. So now it's Monday morning. I want to see how much more it's up. What's that?
Oh, that BP? They're always cheap right there.
Yeah, it's always packed too.
It is.
Uh-oh, here we go. They were there 2 weeks ago, folks. How bad is it now? You know what the liberals say? We know you got it, so you're going to give it to us. Well, they know you got it. You're going to give it to them. I don't know who you're talking about, so RV Davies, white beard, go somewhere else about it. You know, I don't know. Don't know who she is. Wasn't paying attention. That's right. He ain't traveling nowhere with these gas prices. That's right. Yeah, I almost caught him saying he had a van the other day, and then he corrected it. It was so funny. Five watching, baby. Woo! Elvis is the king of the free world. He doesn't even have a YouTube channel, folks. He does have an Assyrian dating site on Facebook, folks. He will be your cuckold. Certainly. He's learning on his bed eating. Yeah, that's what he's been doing. I was dumpster diving, guys. I found $50 dumpster diving, guys. Me, rich life. Dumpster diving, guys. I got me this Jell-O. I put it in the freezer. I'm eating it now, laying here in my bed. But I got this here Jell-O dumpster diving, folks. Yeah, I've been dumpster diving. Yup, behind the Dollar Tree in Whiteville, North Carolina. Dumpster diving. Yeah. Yup.
That's good.
10 hours.
No, we did
You
9.
did 9 something. We did 10.
8.
Yep. I did 10.5, but it don't really matter. What's up, computer chick? Welcome. All right, I guess this is mine today. Shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, not bad.
Want 50% discount?
I want my senior citizens.
No, it's $7.50 up there. $8 on that.
That'd get you in. That'd be funny. Everything they charge ain't the right price.
What'd you get?
Well, I got pancakes and sausage, $7.95. It's $7.95 plus $2.50. That was the pop. Yeah. So mine was $8.45.
Pancakes right there.
Yeah. How much?
$5.25.
$5.25. But how much is it with sausage?
With meat.
With meat?
$7.50. How much?
$7.95. Yeah. What we were. I wonder if what the menu says. I don't know, guys. Oh, we're checking the menu now.
Sausage? Damn. $3.50.
So should we ask her, are those the senior citizen rates?
No.
Ah.
I tell you a story about the condo in Florida with cheap police.
I see that. In a movie theater or some shit, right?
The guy threw popcorn at him. They threw his cell phone and then he started going jam and she pulled it down and shot him. Stand your own, go over to your big tip too. All right, man. Bring back some snow, okay?
If you want, bring it back on.
us down.
No. Truck only, I don't want to haul that much.
What do they got up there, bud?
Over 2 foot.
Are you going towards the water at all?
I'm going to the top of the very top. Paradise.
Oh, Paradise?
Yeah.
I used to go get wood there. Is you go on the lake with it?
That's on the top. That's Copper Harbor. I'll be over like right here.
Maybe just north of the bridge.
Yeah.
Straight north. Paradise is north of the bridge, right?
Yeah.
Straight.
Well, north and west a little bit.
Okay, I've been to Paradise. You go on the lake too with your snowboards? Or your snow?
No.
I won't go on. I would never do that.
Nope.
You taking it up with you?
That's already up. I got to pick it up in East Jordan.
Have fun.
Have fun, man.
Yep.
See, I got 5 people. What's up, Coachisms? Ah. Oh yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Don't be talking that trash. I heard you.
Yeah, because it'll fuck me up. I should have took Friday off.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Right. Whew. The president of Ukraine is corrupt. I'm gonna get like a copyright strike for saying that though. All right, Vince. Yeah, we're gonna send Elvis to Ukraine, Vinny says. He'll do videos instead of Tijuana. Oh, let's go for a ride, guys. Oh, it's cold here. It's cold here. Elvis to Canada, huh? Smoothest road in Michigan, folks.
troops that might be online 2 years or 5 years or 10 years or 15 years from now. This takes time. Are Europeans seeing that this is a generational change, that the future is going to be very different than the past generation?
Absolutely. And, yes, these changes may happen in the next couple of years, but more immediately, Germany has dropped its ban on sending weapons to conflict zones, as has the EU. So we're seeing big changes in this part of Europe.
Well, let's talk that through then. What are Europeans doing for Ukraine now? It just seemed like a flood of headlines over the weekend.
It was. And yesterday, EU Commission President Ursula von der Leyen announced a raft of new punitive measures. First off, the EU has asked all its 27 members to close their airspace to Russian-owned, registered, or controlled aircraft. This morning, departure boards at Moscow's airports showed dozens of canceled flights to cities across Europe. That's just the start. Von der Leyen also announced the EU will, for the first time, finance the purchase and delivery of weapons and other equipment to a country under attack. This is also a landmark move. Those shipments, which will include fighter jets, will commence immediately to Ukraine's military. Josep Borrell, the EU's foreign policy chief, had this to say about the bloc's about-face on this issue.
Another taboo has fallen. The taboo that the European Union was not providing arms in a war. Yes, we are doing it, because this war requires our engagement in order to support the Ukrainian arms.
And Steve, just quickly here, the EU also banned Russian state-backed media outlets and also put new sanctions on the regime of Alexander Lukashenko in Belarus.
Oh, because Lukashenko, of course, has been supported and seems to be dominated by Russia. Rob, thanks so much.
Thank you.
That's NPR's Rob Schmitz in Berlin.
Computer check. How's the quality of my stream? The camera end of it. Am I getting decent, crisp shots? Or is it depend on your all devices? If you're all like on the cheap setting, that makes it 1080p. You know what I mean? Oh no, these are, is that, no, that's somebody's personal. I think the one in front of it is, sometimes my focus, thank you very much, I appreciate that. When my camera got a lot of crap going on, the focus can get crazy. But it looks good. This is my 1080p side, so like if you're on your laptop and your 1080p laptop, which I have a 1080p HD laptop instead of a 720. Dodging some potholes here, guys. Here we go. Ain't nobody on the highway. Maybe like that.
and then repealed by the Trump administration, market forces continued the trajectory. Most utilities continued to abandon coal as too expensive, so that, as the Sierra Club's Andre Restrepo observes,
In fact, even without the regulation in place, the industry achieved that level of reductions in 2019, 11 years early.
that, however, didn't stop the coal industry, West Virginia, and 16 other states from continuing their fight against the now defunct Obama plan. Presumably, they did that to prevent the plan from being resurrected. They appealed to the Supreme Court. And as Harvard's Professor Lazarus observes, the Biden administration then formally abandoned the Obama plan and pledged to write a new rule that would regulate only the coal-fired plants themselves.
They unilaterally surrendered the Clean Power Plan. They buried it. And they told the court, it's gone. There's no more case.
But the court, in an unusually muscular assertion of its power, still agreed to review the now revoked plan. Why is no secret. To one degree or another, the court's six-justice conservative supermajority has been itching to limit the power of regulatory agencies and potentially even the power of Congress. In recent cases, the court's conservatives have begun to outline something they call the major questions doctrine, which could apply to all agencies, from the EPA to the Securities and Exchange Commission to even the Federal Reserve Board. In general, it's far less deferential to agencies, and specifically, the justices in varying degrees are beginning to insist that Congress more definitively authorize new policies or directions, even when the language of a statute gives an agency broad power. Lawyer Tom Johnson previously worked on this case in opposition to the Clean Power Plan. He defines the major questions doctrine this way.
Has Congress spoken clearly enough to tell a federal agency that you can create a program that has substantial effects on the American economy, here reshaping the energy economy by determining what mix of clean power and coal-operated power we should have?
Johnson argues that the Clean Power Plan did that by setting the requirements for coal-fired plants lower than was economically feasible, unless they could be offset by savings from alternative energy sources. But the major questions doctrine is only one new twist that some of the court's conservatives have advocated. Another is something called the non-delegation doctrine. As some conservatives see things, Congress is quite limited in how much regulatory power it can give to executive agencies. Ironically, the last time this kind of constitutional objection reached the Supreme Court in 2001, Justice Antonin Scalia, a conservative icon, rejected the challenge to congressional delegating authority, and he did it in an EPA case. At the time, no member of the court except Clarence Thomas envisioned constitutional limits on the power of Congress to delegate regulatory authority. But Thomas is still on the court, and now he's been joined by other conservative justices, some of whom appear eager to make his views a reality. Nina Tottenberg, NPR News, Washington.
We have an update on the survival of a cute little rat. The kangaroo rat has made it off the endangered species list.
Its formal name is the nocturnal Stevens kangaroo rat. It's small enough to fit in your palm, and its name suggests exactly what it looks like. It has oversized hind legs like a kangaroo.
Their bipedal body stance allows them to ricochet sideways and backwards, and even launch themselves into the air a few feet when they're defending themselves from predators.
Deborah Shire is Associate Director of Recovery Ecology at the San Diego Zoo Wildlife Alliance. The rodent is part of the ecosystem in parts of Southern California.
They're primary seed dispersers of the native plants. They're prey for many species of snakes and small mammals like weasels, and also owls.
Of course, you need wild land to be able to do that, and Shire says real estate development has been encroaching on the rat's natural habitat. That's why it was endangered. Now its numbers are up to where it's classified only as threatened, a recovery that came from setting aside land that has the kind of vegetation the rat can thrive on, like open shrublands or native grasslands.
Deborah Shire says the rat's long-term survival will take long-term conservation.
forced abortions after 6 weeks, doctors said it would complicate treatment of medical emergencies. Now, some say that is what's happening.
They couldn't even say the word abortion. Like, I could see the fear in these doctors' eyes, that they were just so scared to even talk about it.
One patient story this afternoon on All Things Considered from NPR News.
All Things Considered this afternoon at 4 on 1019 WDET. It's 5:29. You're listening to Morning Edition. The news is next from NPR and WDET. Coming up in 5 minutes, Steve Inskeep talks to Jeffrey Edmonds, a research scientist focusing on Russia's military and ex-director for Russia at the National Security Council on Russia's invasion of Ukraine. And transgender children and their families in Texas face prosecution for gender-affirming health care. Those stories just ahead on Morning Edition on WDET.
Live from NPR News in Washington, I'm Dave Mattingly. Russian and Ukrainian officials have been holding talks today near the Belarus border. It's unclear if any progress has been made toward a ceasefire as Russian forces continue pushing closer to Ukraine's capital. NATO's Secretary General and the White House are denouncing Russian President Vladimir Putin for placing his nuclear forces on special alert. Here's White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki.
This is really a pattern that we've seen from President Putin through the course of this conflict, which is manufacturing threats that don't exist in order to justify further aggression. And the global community and the American people should look at it through that prism. We've seen him do this time and time again. At no point has Russia been under threat from NATO, has Russia been under threat from Ukraine.
Psaki was speaking to ABC's This Week. India continues to take a relatively neutral stance over Russia's invasion. Shashmita Pathak reports.
Russia is a major defense trade partner for India. The two countries are old friends, which is why India has abstained from voting on any anti-Russia resolutions in the UN in recent days. But that doesn't sit very well with the West, especially the United States. India shares great ties with the US too, and New Delhi has been walking a tightrope. It has urged for the, quote, immediate cessation of violence, but hasn't criticized Moscow unequivocally.
This is NPR News.
And I'm Pat Batchelor with news from WDET at 5:31. A state judicial panel is asking for public input on ways to improve courts in Michigan. A key focus is reducing differences in funding levels for different county and municipal courts. Former Judge Thomas Boyd is the state court administrator. He says one problem is some courts rely more heavily on others on revenue generated by fines, even though the Michigan Constitution says the state is supposed to have a single court system.
These problems have been around forever. I mean, the Constitution in '63 attempted to address profit-motivated judging. And in doing that, they thought they fixed the problem, and they just didn't.
Boyd says disparities between court resources could also leave the system open to a constitutional challenge if it's not fixed. The Groundwork Center for Resilient Communities is working on developing a passenger rail service between Ann Arbor and Traverse City. WDET's Jenna Prestininzi has more.
Organizers say this would offer transportation for communities across the state at speeds of 60 to 80 miles per hour. Deputy Director Jim Bruckbauer says this proposal is the continuation of a long-standing desire in the state.
The idea of extending passenger rail service up to the Traverse City area has been talked about probably since the 1960s when train service to Traverse City was discontinued.
Bruckbauer says there is strong public support for the project. He says next steps include securing additional funding of up to $1 million for a service development plan. I'm Jenna Prestininzi, WDET News.
The health officer for 6 counties in northern Michigan has resigned. Taylor Wisner has that story coming up at 5:45 on WDET. Taking a look at traffic, I-275 northbound between Eureka Road and M14. The left and right lanes are closed through March 7th because of construction. Mostly sunny today, highs in the mid-30s. Partly cloudy tonight, temperatures around 25. Partly sunny and warmer tomorrow and Wednesday with highs in the mid-40s. Cloudy skies, 26 degrees now. Sports in less than 10 minutes on WDET. It's 5:45.
Support for NPR comes from this station.
And from Heather Sturt Haga and Paul G. Haga, supporting African Wildlife Foundation,
say
working to
35.
ensure wildlife and wildlands
I could have
thrive
sworn
in
he
modern
said
Africa.
45.
Learn more at awf.org. From the Abe and Ida Cooper Foundation, commemorating
Abe.
Fred Cooper by supporting public radio programming
The
that
Evil Abe
highlights issues
Foundation,
including
folks.
diversity, racism, equality, anti-Semitism, and sexism. And from the Lemelson Foundation.
That's a lot of isms, folks.
It's Morning Edition from NPR News. I'm A. Martinez in Culver City, California.
And I'm Steve Inskeep in Washington. 5 days is not very long, and it's not very long at all. It is very early in Russia's invasion of Ukraine.
Yeah,
but
the
after
war
5
will
days,
pick
we have
back
some
up once
picture of how
Putin
the
gets
attack
diesel
is
fuel.
developing. Jeffrey Edmonds is going to help us analyze
ran
what's
out of
happening.
diesel
He's a
fuel.
research scientist who focuses on the Russian military, and he is a former
You guys
director
gotta
for
PayPal him.
Russia
He needs
at the
money.
National
Who-
Security Council, which of course is part of the
Diesel
White
fuel.
House. Mr. Edmonds, welcome
Got
to the program.
guns.
Thank you for having me.
The
Got
impression
bullets.
from
Needs diesel
obsessively
fuel.
following social media is that the invasion is not
Yeah,
going well for
we're
the
down
Russians.
at 3.
We
You
hear
guys know where
botched
we're
raids
at.
on airports.
We're
We
almost
see
there.
video
Y'all
of
go
blown
night,
up
night
vehicles.
time.
We see
Night, night,
armored
night, night
vehicles out
time,
of gas
sweetie.
already. Russians who seem short
Sweet
of supplies.
prince,
But
night,
what
night.
is your impression?
That is my impression. So I think the Russian strategy is seeing
Later,
that they would face
dudes.
little resistance from the Ukrainians, would be able to move to secure key